In this video, I will be analyzing the events that occurred in Dream's video Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters Finale Rematch. I will be praising parts of the video where he outplays the Hunters, but will also critique certain decisions Dream made during the game by providing alternative options. Let's jump straight into it. The first thing that Dream did in preparation for the video was to change his skin to the same skin as Bad Boy Halo. In my honest opinion, I do not think that this had a big impact on the game, even though it was pretty funny with Bad's reaction throughout the video. If Dream was to continue with this strategy next time, I think that he could possibly change his skin to something that would camouflage more. For example, stone or netherrack. These textures will allow him to blend in with his surroundings, such as caves and nether wastes, respectively. The Hunters would have a harder time chasing him, especially in situations where he would be hiding inside walls while sneaking. 1 minute 12 seconds into the video, Dream finds a ruined portal. This moment is quite important because Dream is able to obtain most of the items from the ruined portal and turn around against the Hunters. The golden sword and axe that he manages to obtain allows him to kill Sapnap and scare away the other two. Sapnap does return with a wooden sword and brings Dream's health down to 1.5 hearts, but Dream was able to run away with a dolphin. The golden axe also helps Dream quickly cut down some trees due to its insane wood breaking speed. This reduces the amount of time it took for him to start obtaining stone and the amount of time he needed to spend later in the game for wood in general. Overall, the ruined portal was a really lucky find, and it set Dream up very far ahead for the mid-game. 3 minutes and 22 seconds into the video, Dream discovers that the golden sword that he got from the ruined portal had looting 3 on it. He was lucky that he didn't waste the durability of the sword on the Hunters earlier in the video. Overall, this sword helped him immensely in reducing the time he spent obtaining mob drops, such as food, arrows, and blaze rods. Right after, Bad Boy Halo's reaction alerted Dream that the Hunters could potentially be nearby. And they were. In my honest opinion, Sapnap and Bad should have just left instead of even trying to engage, especially after Dream's suit up achievement. I also think that if they had to go in, they could have planned out the engagement much better. For example, they could have tried to attack Dream from 2 different locations. If Dream went to chase one of them down, the other would be able to set Dream behind by breaking and taking his furnaces and the iron ore within. Overall, however, I think that this tussle resulted more favorably for Dream as he was able to waste more of Sapnap and Bad's time. 5 minutes and 15 seconds into the video, Dream starts taming wolves he finds in a forest, with a surplus of bones he had from skeletons he killed earlier with the looting 3 sword. However, when the Hunters began taming their own wolves, Dream knew exactly that they were close behind. Dream even asked the Hunters, "How do we all have dogs?" to pretend that he does not know that they were close behind. 6.5 minutes into the game, Dream begins to hide to engage against the 3 Hunters again. When the Hunters arrived, the compasses pointed to a block only a few blocks in from the wall of the ravine that Dream was hiding in. This immediately fooled the Hunters into thinking that Dream was in the ravine gathering resources, which resulted in Dream's outplay against Sapnap in his hole. This outplay was very simple, yet very clever at the same time. And due to Dream's far superior gear and the Hunters' reduced number advantage, Dream was able to quickly finish off Bad and George. This extended Dream's already humongous lead over the Hunters. Dream begins mining for iron with his lead for an anvil. Even though this was very time consuming, it was worth it for the value that the golden looting 3 sword provided him in the long run. Dream then finds a saddle in a dungeon. This will come handy later in the video. Also here, even though it was glossed over in Dream's video, the hay bales that he manages to obtain were very useful for the nether portion in the mid-game. A little known mechanic with hay bales is that they reduce the fall damage of a player when they land on them by 20%. That means a fatal 23.5 block fall that would do 10 hearts of damage would only do 2 hearts. At 10 minutes and 46 seconds into the video, Dream finds a stone block on the surface which he mines to reveal a lava pool beneath. This is achieved by taking advantage of the Minecraft subtitles option, which displays all sound near the player with text. I do find it interesting though that Dream didn't just save time by making the portal over the lava pool. Even though the portal initially confused the hunters, I do not think that his tower for the portal was worth it. He had to make 9 additional buckets compared to his usual 2, costing him 27 additional iron ingots. Another thing to bring attention to is the fact that compasses now work in Nether due to the 1.16 update. I think that Dream could have increased the distance between him and the hunters in the Nether if he just made the portal in the lava pool. Here is an example of Dream using the hay bales from the village. He lost 2.5 hearts from this fall, which means that this drop was at least 29 blocks. It would have killed him if he did not use the hay bales. At 14.5 minutes, Dream slowly bridges across a lava ocean until the hunters manage to catch up to him. His quick thinking and decision making allows him to bridge just far enough to jump off his cobblestone bridge. He places a saddle on top of the strider as he falls into the lava and mounts it shortly after. Even though it looked like he was about to die, Dream was able to survive fire damage ticks from the lava. This is mostly due to his quick movement when pulling off this maneuver, as fire damage time is based on the amount of time that a player spends in the lava. Dream's quick movement helped him get out of the lava quickly and burn for only a short amount of time. After getting away, Dream finds a piglin bastion in which he raids. He swiftly moves through, collecting gold and other resources. When Sapnap and Bad finally catch up to Dream, Dream gets lucky and mines away due to the fact that Sapnap does not have a pick. Dream is able to somehow run past George without him noticing, parkour around Nether cliffs, and get away with a strider. 21.5 minutes into the video, Dream flexes his bowing prowess by killing Bad by shooting his strider with a crossbow. Then, after a long fight where Dream continues to terrorize George and Sapnap with his crossbow, he manages to knock George into lava. With only Sapnap left, Sapnap ran for his life until he faced a dead end with 2 wither skeletons cornering him. In my opinion, the hunters could have been much more successful if they stuck together after Dream escaped by Strider. If Bad did not follow Dream so closely and died as a result, Dream's chance of survival would be much lower. Dream continues his quest to beat the Ender Dragon by obtaining his Blaze Rods. He trades with the Piglin for Ender Pearls because it is a lot more efficient to barter instead of hunting for Endermen in the new Nether update. At 29 minutes and 50 seconds, Dream returns to the Overworld with his portal, where the hunters have been waiting for him. Their plan to take Dream's water such that he couldn't MLG was a great plan, especially when Dream wasted a bucket of water earlier in the Nether, when he broke his cauldron without removing the water. However, Dream reacted really quickly by dropping his sword and mounting a horse. This play stunned the hunters, and certainly most viewers as well. While running during the chase that follows, Dream takes advantage of the Soul Speed 2 that he found earlier in the Bastion by placing Soul Sand beneath him to boost his speed. This was a pretty good strategy to increase the distance between him and the hunters, but I do think that if he used Soul instead, assuming that he crossed the Soul Sand Valley and had the chance to mine it, he would have received greater speed boost from it. Dream proceeds to fight the hunters on top of a village. He gets knocked off the roofs with only 1.5 hearts. He runs away from them by lighting the ground with flint and steel. It is a pretty good strategy for slowing down the hunters. However, when he's running past ponds and small lakes, he should have placed water beneath him while he jumped and instantly filled his bucket up with the water in the ponds. This would further set back the hunters, often by 10 to 30 blocks each time they were caught. Later in the chase, Dream gets cornered in a lake, so he Ender Pearls away. It was not far enough, but he knew that Ender Pearls took away exactly 2.5 hearts each time he used it, which is why he waited for exactly 3 hearts to regen to use it again. Dream uses his distance to obtain some quick food instead of running for even longer because they give him more saturation. More saturation results in more hearts generated when healing from eating one piece of food, which is essential in this situation where eating one piece of food means that you are slowed down for a long period of time. After a long chase in the ocean, Dream manages to land a couple of hits on George, forcing him to run. George becomes singled out by Dream and killed, which is where the fight begins to turn around. With the reduced number advantage, Dream then kills Bad but is followed up by Sapnap, who brings him close to death. Dream somehow escapes with one heart and climbs a tree, which gives him time to regen with a cooked beef. Dream then proceeds to kill Sapnap. Dream played really well overall here, taking them out one by one, but I really want to bring attention to the fact that Sapnap had improved so much over the different manhunt matches. He is less scared of facing Dream 1v1 in many situations, where before he was mostly relying on the other hunters to protect him and go in before him. At 40 minutes and 15 seconds, Dream finds the end portal room in the stronghold he located earlier roughly during the chase. The hunters were chasing him and he needed to go in fast. His armor was severely depleted and he had no helmets protecting his head. There wasn't really anything special that happens during the end fight. Dream manages to pick them off one by one while the other hunters were occupied. During his final fight with Bad, Dream's leggings break and he looks around for armor that dropped from the others that died. Bad does a really good job at fending him off from the armor, and Dream realizes that he cannot defeat Bad after losing his chestplate. This results in the last outplay, where Dream pulls off an Ender Pearl maneuver and knocks Bad to his death. It was pretty cool that he pulled it off, and with that he wins the game. Overall, compared to the other speedrunners versus 3 hunters, I think that Dream made fewer blunders. The video was overall great and had many clutch moments. It is obvious that he is still improving quickly, even though he is already an insanely skilled player. There are still things that I think that Dream can optimize moving forward, but compared to the first Manhunt videos, he seems like a total different person. I hope he continues improving and making engaging content like this, continuing to wow his audience. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.